And we're back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. And we are here with Terra and our friend Dravashai here, who we rescued from a cave full of slavers near Sedanine last time. He wants us to take him to Ebonheart on the mainland, where apparently he will be safer than here, but we do have our business with Caius to take care of first. So I've decided to take us on foot. Hence, we are here in the town of Pelagiad, which is on the way.
Alright, I'm listening.
And I just sort of stopped by to see what was up.
You wish to speak?
Though it doesn't seem like there's anything especially interesting to do here. But I'm gonna poke my nose in a few of the shops before we
keep moving.
Dismiss everything. Pretty sure we've already been in this one though. This guy, I'm fairly convinced, has nothing of real value for us. Although, I say that, we have this Telvanni bug musk, which he doesn't buy. Anyways, if I can find someone to buy that, that'd be great, because we don't really have any use for it, but it is worth a few hundred drakes for us if we can sell it. So let's try out this trader.
My prices are the best in town.
You want some Telvanni bug musk? You don't seem to have anything particularly important for sale. I'll sell that soul gem. See, can I get 190 gold out of you for that? Come on, man. Fine, 188 then. 187. Jeez, you guys are cutthroat bargainers. Really are. It's 5 p.m. But we really ain't got any reason to stick around here. The last time I played Morrowind on the channel, there was actually a quest you could do here to hunt someone down, but it doesn't seem to be in this time, so I can only assume that quest was added by a mod. Possibly less generic NPCs, which I haven't gotten around to installing yet, and I really should. Man, oh man, is that a good mod. If you've ever played Morrowind, you know why, but god, the NPC dialogue, not counting certain main quest people, who are the exception to this, the NPC dialogue for a lot of these characters is just so boring. They're like vending machines that dispense information rather than people. Is the best way I can describe most NPCs in Morrowind. I'm not going to try to make some blanket judgment about the faction interactions or anything like that, because I don't actually know the system basically at all, because that one playthrough I did before... Oh, what's this then? That one playthrough I did before where I did the Thieves Guild and the Morag Tong and a bit of the main quest. That's my only experience with faction interactions. And the texture mods I had for that one broke just before I was about to start doing House Telvanni. Which is what I'm going to be doing this time here. Just because I didn't get that experience prior. I have the lightning sword, so I can do shit like this. Bit hit or miss how useful it is, though. And if you're about to start leaving a comment about how bad the combat is in Morrowind, notice that my stamina bar was empty during that fight. If you're totally bent over exhausted because you've been jogging everywhere all day, and you get into a sword fight with someone, there's a good chance you're going to miss a lot of the swings you take. Bear that in mind, okay? This guy has healing magic. It's fun.
How does it feel to know death is near?
At the same time, he appears to have forgotten how to use his mace. So, I'm not complaining about that. Or not? Great, he remembered. I shouldn't have said anything. Yeah. That was entirely me. We're gonna have to wizard's brand you, I think. My stamina gets up a bit.
Blood here, not mine.
Motherfucker. Then just throw fire at you. Well, few
You
ideas
will
here.
die where you stand.
Hit you with that. I will summon a ghost. Oh,
But he is not mine.
let's try to bound dagger. Come on. Ghost even. Ghost can help us out there. He keeps casting healing spells. Spectacular. I really don't like him because of that. But I have my ghost help out here. And he three-shotted me. Yeah, you know what? I have the funniest feeling about that doorway. Like, if I walk through it, that I'm going to die. I don't know why I feel that way, but it's a feeling worth heeding, I think. It's a feeling worth heeding. As funny as it is, I rather like being alive. And I have no interest in ending that particular state of being early. There we go. Heal myself up a bit. Yeah. Gonna have to come back to that place later. When I have the equipment to give it a go properly again. I certainly don't have that right now. A robe, chitin armor, and a semi-magical sword is not exactly the gear of a conqueror, after all.
To what do I owe this pleasure?
Who are you and why are you out here? You seen a bandit nearby? I must find him. Yes, I was just walking along here minding my own business. Suddenly a bandit jumped at me from behind. He was a dark elf. A strong, dashing dark elf. He didn't harm me in any way, although he did take my jewels. He was quite gentle and he talked to me for what seemed like forever. What's that? Oh, never mind the jewels. Just want to find the bandit again. He's charming and funny and I simply must see him again. His name? Nelos. Nelos Omnar, a name that will stay on my lips for eternity. Perhaps you can find him for me. Please, I cannot live without knowing if he could ever love me. I have nothing to offer you in return, but could you not help me for the sake of love? I'm sorry, what? Girl gets mugged and now she's in love with her mugger. What is it with nobles? They never make any sense. I have no time for your silly games, little girl. Besides, he'll probably just stab you out of sheer irritation if I do. You no heart, no soul? Can you not see this must be true love? No matter, though it may take years, I'm certain we'll be reunited one day. Moron. Seriously, who does that? Gets mugged and then thinks it must be love. Nobles. with that sort of idiocy amongst the nobility, I'm amazed that the Empire hadn't started falling apart the moment Tiber Septim died. I mean, really. It is truly astonishing. Well, if we're going by the map, then we look to be getting fairly close. Relatively speaking, of course. I've never been the best at reading maps, so who knows. Could be hundreds and hundreds of miles from there, for all I know. Hope not, though. Pretty sure I'm following the instructions that Scout Lady gave me fairly well regardless, so we should be close. I hope. The sun's starting to go down too, so Fort Moonmoth to Balmora. Looks like the map says we should go this way. I think. And it looks like the wildlife wants a chat. Good job, Draw. You're quite the able fighter. You really are. Okay. Caldera. Okay, turn to the right. Thank the gods that these dark elves at least have the courtesy to put up signs. It's in their bullshit clusterfuck of a homeland, or I would have been lost a long time ago. Head off this way. Pretty sure that's the fort. So we just want to head down the road a bit. And we should see Balmora. But I'll check the signs just to be safe. Yep, Balmora this way. We're close. We are very close. Not far now. Again, according to the map. Which I'm very questionable at being able to read. And just as it says, that's Balmora right there, I do believe. Should be. Yep. Balmora. The signpost said so. I mean, we could have got there a bit faster if we hadn't decided to ride the giant-ass we decided to ride the giant-ass insect instead of walking, but I like me some exercise. It's good for the soul to walk places rather than just get the transport. Really? Open plan doors, no gates or anything. Does Morrowind not have bandits? I'm telling you, I must have run into a dozen or more bandits. It's on my way here. Wait, on my way here? What am I talking about? No. Dozen or more bandit. It's a day or something like that. I was always running into bandits in Cyrodiil. How does Morrowind not have that problem? Seriously. And that guard who released me and gave me the package said that I should go to the South Wall Corner Club, I think. Let's see, I've got the package. Directions to Caius Casades. There we go. Yes. Ask at the corner club called South Wall. As I thought. Well, the guards fell in the river, apparently. Oh well, not my damn problem. Let's see if this guard knows, though. Officer of House Hlalu and Imperial Law. Where's the South Wall Corner Club? East of Odai River on the south end of Labor Street. Owned by Bacola Clausicus.
What is this regarding, Cyrodiil?
Okay.
Wealth beyond measure.
Now, out of character for a moment, I personally, as a player, do actually know where to find Caius, but Terra would not know, so I feel like I should go through the motions. Just a little bit.
What's your story?
Hello. I'm looking for Caius Casades. Do you know where I can find him? That old sugar tooth? I'm not sure where he's living now, but ask Bacola Clausicus, the owner. He'll know. Alright. That's a lead. Good day, I'm Bacola Clausicus, publican of the South Wall here in Balmora. We rent beds, and I have a limited selection of goods for barter. None of that right now, though I may take you up on a bed in the future. I'm looking for Caius Casades. Where do I find him? Old Caius rents a little bed and basket just up the hill on the north edge of town. Go out the front door, not the upper door to the terrace, and right up the stairs, and left at the top of the stairs, and down to the end of the street. The journal has been updated. And yes, all Morrowind directions Mountains have a tendency to be quite convoluted, if you were wondering. And that's one of the easier ones, quite honestly. So, up those stairs, and that door right ahead that my cursor is on right now is where Caius lives. I can give easier directions than that. Go out the door, go up the first set of stairs, and to your left as far as you can until you come to a door. That's Caius' place. See? Easy.
Do you want something
And
from me?
here is Caius in all his shirtless glory. What? Yes, I'm Caius Casades, but what do you mean you were told to report to Caius Casades? What are you talking about? Well, yeah, that's what I was told. So you say your name is Tara and you've been told to report to me and deliver a package. Perhaps you'll let me look at it. Yes, we were told to deliver a package, so it would be kind of counterproductive to not give him the package we're delivering to him. As tempted as I am to hit no just to see what he would say. That'll probably just put the main quest on hold until I say yes, though, to be fair. Yes, very interesting. So it says here the Emperor wants me to make you a novice in the blades. That means you'll be following my orders. Are you ready to follow my orders, Tara? Why, yes. Yes, I am. Good. Welcome to the service, novice Tara. Now you belong to the Blades, or the Emperor's eyes and ears in the provinces. You can use my bed if you need to rest, but leave my personal stuff alone unless I say otherwise. If you like, you can improve your modest skills with our Blades trainers now, or if you're in a hurry, I can give you orders right away, but don't forget to visit the Blades trainers. Yeah, tell me, where are trainers you mentioned? That could be useful. So Blades agents offer training. Not free, of course, but cheap for a fellow agent. Look for Rithleen, Termalin, and Ninetoes here in Balmore. In Caldera, see Serene, Leorine. In Alderun, see Gildan, Shorvar, Horsemouth. That's in a hut west of Alderun. Horsemouth. Yeah, that's a Nord. They love their fancy-ass titles, although Horsemouth, I almost don't want to know. And Elone the Scout can be found at Ariel's Trade House in Sedanine. Oh, Elone's a Blades agent. That's interesting. She's the one who gave us the directions to get here, if you recall. Don't know a few of the trainers on the mainland. If you ever find yourself there, Idra Uvalin lives in Firewatch. You can find Aquilinius at the Ebon Tower in Old Ebonheart, and Dowray has a house in Endithrin. There may be other agents working on the mainland, but these are all you need to know about right now. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to bother to read this part because it's the same thing basically, just in more details. What I'm doing there basically is getting precise directions for where to find each agent from Caius, so that if I forget where they are and I want to look them up, that I can go and do that from my journal later. In any case, how about you give me my orders now? First things first, Pilgrim. You're new and you look it. Here's 200 drakes. Go get yourself a decent weapon, or armor, or a spell. And second thing, We need a cover identity. Around here, freelance adventurer is a common profession. Sign on with the Fighters Guild or Mages Guild or Imperial Cult or Imperial Legion. Advance in the ranks, gain skill and experience. Or go out on your own, look for freelance work or trouble. Then, when you're ready, come back and I'll have orders for you. And Caius just gives us 200 septims and tells us to effectively piss off and go get some experience as an adventurer so that we have a cover story for being a blade. And that's exactly what we're going to do. In fact, here in Balmora, there are 2 guilds we're going to join. Because the character build we've been running, as you can probably tell, is effectively a battle mage. Given that, we're going to be joining both the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild. I plan to join House Telvanni later. Yes, I know they're technically political rivals of the Mages Guild, but let's be honest, Terra is an Imperial who is newly arrived in Morrowind. She knows fuck all about the political situation here right now.
What is this about?
Rannis Atheris here is the person we need to speak to now, because she will induct us into the Mages Guild. And yes, we do want to join the guild. Yes, you look like the sort we could use. Will you take the Mage's Oath and join the guild? Mage's Oath, what is that? Perform any duties assigned to you by the Masters of the Guild. Learn from them and grow strong. Always share your knowledge freely with other guild members. Never strike or steal from another guild member. Does this appeal to you? Yes, it does. I would like to join. You're now a member of the guild. Welcome, associate. When you're ready, you can ask for duties to perform, and if you're ready, you can ask me about advancement. Yeah, I'd like some advancement right now. You meet our requirements, but have not yet completed the duties. Okay. I don't have any duties for an associate. Speak to me when you have proven yourself. In the meantime, speak with Ajira. I believe she may have some small tasks for you. And Ajira we'll find downstairs. Also, I don't remember how often it refreshes, but here we have the Mages Guild supply chest, which has a bunch of scrolls and potions for us. I'm not going to take the one for curing diseases, but everything else I will have. A book on mysticism. Which doesn't do anything. It's just a thing we can read. I'll pick some downtime at some point to sit down, just read some books, because they will get to be pretty interesting in the future, I think. For now, we should probably go spell shopping.
Your business here.
Potentially. Strong feather might be nice, but I don't know how good we'd be at casting. Other than that, nothing I can really think of we'd want from her right now. You're worthless to me?
All right then, I'm listening.
These spells. There's plenty we can get, actually, for bound everything, but bound boots, bound helm, and all of that. Those are honestly going to be more useful when we get to the stage where I'm making my own equipment, because enchanting some cheap gear to be able to have a full set of bound armor, or whenever we cast a spell with the magic items, is the sort of thing that would be very handy. Other than that, I'm going to pick up some bound weapon spells for the better weapons. So, longbow for one. I don't know when or if we will use a bow. Being able to summon a magic one and therefore not having to tote our own around eventually would be nice. Other than that, I obviously want to spell a feather, as you'll have noticed how a couple of times now we have run out of inventory space and had to leave some bits of loot behind. That is a way to get around that. I will grab a spell of shock also. Nothing else that we want from her, I don't think.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you
You also sell spells. Swift Swim is honestly not that useful to me. Fire Shield. What I am going to get is First Barrier. We want to start on the road towards being able to cast shield spells to buff our defenses, because that is a useful thing to have. Other than that, let's see. An unlock spell to unlock things with magic rather than having to rely on our meager and barely passable ability to use lockpicks. Yes, please. We'd like a spell of levitation eventually, but we can't afford that right now. Let's see. Skeletal minion. Yeah, water breathing and water walking are the other two big ones, and another summon spell or two is on my list. Once we get the cash, of course. This, by the way, we want to speak to her now for spell training, but this lady is the one in the Balmora Mages Guild that we talked to for teleportation, which is one of the ways you get around the fact that there's no conventional fast travel in Morrowind. For a modest fee, you can pay her to be teleported instantly to any of the other mages' guild halls in Morrowind. Only the ones on Vardenfell, though. There is a way to get to one of the Mages Guild halls on the mainland, but that's specifically linked to the Tribunal quest line, which it's probably worth briefly talking about how I plan on covering the DLC. As this game has 2 DLCs, and I'll be getting a bound longsword, thank you. And Soul Trap. If we want to be able to enchant anything, we need to be able to capture the souls of enemies. That's all we want for spells, I think. As I was saying, this game has 2 DLCs. there's Blood Moon and Tribunal.
Greetings. What exactly do you require of me?
Yeah. Piss off. Blood Moon takes place on the island of Solstheim, which was also the site of, or will be in the future, I guess, one of the two, of the Dragonborn DLC for Skyrim. And it can take place basically any time within the greater main story. It fits anywhere in there as long as you're high enough level, because I believe the enemies on Solstheim are about level 25 or level 30, so you want to get a decent number of levels before you start doing it, but it narratively fits pretty well into any time. But from the tiny little bit of it I have played, I always felt that Tribunal, their DLC, worked better as an epilogue. A thing that came after you had finished the main story than anything else, rather than trying to put it in with everything else. So in terms of this Let's Play, Base Morrowind and Blood Moon are going to be one Let's Play. I'm not going to segment this into chapters. I'm just going to keep going and do the whole thing as one LP. It'll be however long it is. For Tribunal, I will take a break and come back. That's going to be its own Morrowind Tribunal Let's Play, is how that's going to work out. But that's a long way in the future. For now, it's time we speak with Ajira and get ourselves some work. What brings you to Ajira's shop? Do you want duties from Ajira? Do you want the local brews or help in a fight? And Telvanni bug musk? Or a way to reach the high places? You got it on your first try, Ajira. I want duties. Yes, Ajira has duties for you. Before Ajira can be a journeyman in the Mages Guild, Ajira must study local mushrooms. Yeah, you see, it was worthwhile to spend all that time hunting for mushrooms after all. Chances are we have a good number of what she wants already. To finish Ajira's report, Ajira needs samples of Lumer's Rosula, Violet Caprinus, Bungler's Bane, and Hypophasia. Ajira knows you can find all these on the Bitter Coast. The easiest way is to go south along the River Odai until you see a wooden bridge across the river. Get out of the river there and find a path west over the hills. Okay, well, do you have samples of all the mushrooms? That I do. These are all good samples. Now Ajira can write the report and be a journeyman of the Mages Guild. Ajira has made potions for you to take in return. Ajira is no great alchemist yet, but Ajira thinks you can use these. Got some cheap restore health potions. Always good to have. Help me avoid having to cast Hearth Heal too much and burn through my magicka. Because, as you may have noticed, in Morrowind, your magic does not regenerate over time. It only regenerates when you sleep. Now, so we've done the mushrooms. Do you have any more duties for me? May as well bank a few of them while we're here. And then we can go back and get a whole bunch of promotions at once, I figure. If I have to start from the bottom here and they're not counting my guild ranks from Cyrodiil, might as well storm through as much of the bureaucracy as I can. I said Jira has more duties for Terra. Jira made a bet with Galbadir. Ajira made a bet with Galbadir that Ajira would be a journeyman before Galbadir. Now Ajira must study these mushrooms and write a report. Ajira wants you to give Galbadir a fake soul gem. Ajira made a fake soul gem, take it and put it in Galbadir's desk upstairs. Galbadir should be coming downstairs to talk with Marian Dren, so no one will see you do this thing. Okay. Sounds a touch shady, I gotta be honest. But our superior in the guild is giving us an order, so we can't not obey after all. Yeah. Feather spells already coming in handy, eh? Good to see. Multiple failures there. Take a potion, restore magicka, I guess. Take out your soul gem and I will put in the fake. That's lock level 90. Meaning even if I decided I wanted to try, we would not be able to do anything. Okay, fine. Temporarily drop that steel katana. I'll sell some ingredients. And then we can pick it up again.
What exactly do you require?
Mission accomplished, Ajira. Ajira thanks you. Well, you're not gonna thank me with money, I guess. Got anything else for me to do? You must study local flowers. Ajira needs samples of gold carnot, stoneflower petals, willow anther, and heather. Shores of Lake Amaya. Well, I think I've already found most of those on my trek here, actually. Here they are. Jira has made more potions for you, so you will use them well. Now, what is there that I can sell off here? I can only buy and sell potion ingredients, unfortunately. But all of them genius. any more duties? Fetch a ceramic bowl. Okay, buy one from Revere.
Warm day to you, friend. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Okay, now that's literally just legitimately busy work. I don't remember where I dropped my katana, unfortunately. I'll find it sooner or later, honestly. Some of the weapons we'll be able to buy from Revere are going to be more useful than that katana. You will soon see what I mean. Ceramic bowl? Okay. That's a redware bowl. I just need one. Yes, let's look here. Fiend katana. Let's see right here. It's worth all of it. You have to pay almost 9,000 drakes for it, but we can use this sword to get ourselves a bound longsword off of our weapon rather than having to use our own mana to do it. So, very useful.
What do you need?
Eventually, I'm going to go back to Sedanin. And when I do...
May I help you?
When I do... I will be... there's the katana. Three over now. Points. Let me see something. I could always just sell my bow and default to just using bound bow when I need one of them, because it's not one of my primary skills. I just got it as a backup.
Welcome.
Yeah, Jira. Have your ceramic bowl. Now Ajira must find her stolen reports. Oh dear. What's gone on? What's gone wrong now, Ajira? Ajira needs your help very badly. Galbadir stole Ajira's reports on the properties of local mushrooms and flowers. Jira knows Galbadir did not leave the Mages Guild, so the reports must be nearby. Okay. Any leads on where? No. Just please find them for me. I'm going to have to just look around. If I recall correctly, there's not actually anything that tells you where you would find these reports. There's no hints or anything, it's just figure it out. Which is a lot of quests in this game. Here we are. Just leave them lodged between two barrels, why don't we? And no, I am not going to read Ajira's report. Pause and read for yourself if you like. there are some things that I don't feel like are worth the time reading. Reports on mushrooms and flowers are among them.
All right then, I'm listening.
Hey, Ajira, here's your reports. Means you only have one report. Somehow I didn't realize there were two. I'm a dum-dum.
All right then, I'm listening.
Then you can't ask you about it, and I don't think asking Galbaland or whatever his name is going to yield us anything worth knowing, quite frankly. But what the hey. We'd probably spend time trying to butter him up, but not really worth it, you ask me. Let's go and check his rooms then. I don't see anything worthwhile. I could start pinching things on Galbadir's desk, but that does not seem like something I want to do.
For you?
I don't know. Rummaging around amidst the sacks and barrels across from the stairwell. So she does give me a little bit of a hint as to where to find those particular reports. Not the second one, though. For that, I'm gonna need to poke around downstairs, which is the only place it could be, because it's the only one I haven't checked thoroughly yet. People who don't want to get out of my way. Lovely.
There is much to discuss, much to learn.
Now,
All right then, I'm listening.
you don't know anything about this stolen reports business, do you, my friend? Because you have it in the text options I can ask about. Scroll up to her desk, eh? I didn't see anything when I was poking around up there, but let's give it another look. Not inside the desk. Yeah, I do not see it. found the one, but not seeming to find the other. And yes, that is, in fact, how speech works in Morrowind. It's bizarre. Extremely bizarre.
I see you. Hello. I'm listening, please. Go ahead.
Anything from you? Dresser in the bedrooms just outside the door. I don't know what she did with the other one. I see.
Do you want something?
So there are people who tell you where to find them. I just never located them in the past. Ah, there it is. Clever. Hiding it at a very specific angle, because a lot of people won't look in those particular spots from those particular angles. I found your other report, Ajira. Here you go. Some more potions, but let's see, your potions of spell absorption. No, that's Ajira stock. I want mine. Restore luck and absorption we will sell to you. And do you have any duties? Ajira knows many secrets, but they are not yet for friend Terra. Speak with me again when you are a warlock. We could go speak to Rannis, but Ajira doesn't like her much. Oh, maybe speak with Ajira's friend Edwina Elbert in Alderoom. Or deliver a letter to old Ebonheart. Old Ebonheart, eh? That's quite the trek. Quite the trek. I think for now we're going to have to speak to the one that Ajira does not like. For one thing, she runs this branch of the guild, and we need her to give us our promotions. We are now an apprentice, and a journeyman, and an evoker. Banked up a few promotions there, and what you got for me as far as duties go? Convince an ex-Telvanni to join us, and collect someone's guild dues. Telvanni's name is Larar Beriloth. He's in Sulipund. You can't convince him to join? Kill him. Oh, that's a bit extreme, is it not? You there collect the guild dues from Manwë. She is in Pumbai, nearby. Alright, where's Sulipund? Further along the trail from Pumbai, just before the fork in the path. And where's Punabi? Or rather, Leave Balmora going toward Fort Moonmoth to the east. Cross the old Dwemer Bridge just north of the fort that leads into Mollagamore. Go past the Dwemer Ruin and follow the winding trail east till you reach a lake. You will see Mirandus to your south. I will mark this stronghold on your map. Head north from Mirandus on the path between the hills. Panabi will be on your right, and Silipund is further up the path on the left. Just follow the signs to Mollagmar. Okay. And what's this about collecting guild dues? Manwë has failed to pay her dues for several years, and she now owes us 2,000 septims. Allegedly, she's researching something in Panabi. If you can convince her to pay the dues, I will split them with you. Otherwise, kill her. Jeez, this lady is such an extremist. If these people will not do what we want how we want it, then you should brutally murder them in broad daylight. It must be a dark elf thing. Come on. Alright. I think I want to put off doing what that bitch is asking of me, though. At least for now. Let's see, I have about 500 monies. There were a few more spells down here I had my eye on, so I ought to go see about that. Levitate is about 400 gold, and it's between levitate and the ability to summon a minion. I think a minion would be more useful. I am endlessly squishy right now in battle, so the ability to summon help would be nice.
So good to see you.
An adventurer, I presume.
But we've spent enough time mucking around here for the Mages Guild. We should have built our rep enough to have a decent cover story, you ask me. So, I think, actually, it's time for us to get back to Caius.